They dead made that.
Alright guys, we back with some more. I know you guys are wondering more of what, right? More of listening to my lovely voice. I'm just playing, alright, I'm just playing. But what is going on, y'all? It's your boy Gudda. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. And I wasn't going to make another video about this topic because obviously there are other channels that cover these type of topics, and my channel isn't dedicated to these kind of topics. But in the past, a few months ago, I made a video talking about Anthem 2.0, whether like my thoughts and ideas and stuff like that. And I wasn't going to make a second one, but I have a few more ideas that I would like to share and get off my chest, right? And I'll let you guys know the reason for that later on in the video. All right, I won't be making it 30 minutes long. Obviously, I will try my best to make it shorter, although every time I say I'm gonna make this video really short, it ends up being a 10-hour video. All right, but today that ain't gonna happen. All right, so let's get right into it. So if you guys been following Anthem in the Anthem loop, you would know that the team is really small, about 30 of them, I think. And on Twitter, if you're following the myth, the man, the legend, Christian Daly, all right, it'll be popped up on his screen. He has been providing the community with a lot of information, so please go follow him if you want all the new information right from the horse's mouth. All right, the reason why I want to talk about this is because he's talking about a lot of new stuff, which I love, and all the additions that they're adding into the game are all welcome in my opinion. I love everything so far, the beautiful concept arts, and all those beautiful stuff. But the one thing I'm not hearing is photo mode. Like, Anthem is such a beautiful game. The world of Bastion, it's so beautiful, and there's no photo mode. Now I think photo mode is something that should be mandatory in every single game. I'm telling you, I think it should come with automatically, Now I'll pull up some examples of a real photo mode or examples of other photo modes. So I'm going to start off with I play Need for Speed Heat. Need for Speed Heat has a decent photo mode with a lot of different options and stuff like that. And after, I'm going to show you guys some Warframe capture. Now if you guys are not familiar with capture is a mode where you can go into, and there's a whole bunch of cinematic tools that you can use to make something in capture. You can take out photos, you can take out standstill shots, a whole bunch of stuff. I made a full tutorial on Warframe capture, and yeah, so I'll show you guys clips of that. But first we start up with Need for Speed Heat. And why I'm bringing this up, because it's, as I said, it's not being mentioned, and I really want this as a content creator as well. It'll be beneficial for other content creators as well, and other players. Most importantly, the players, right? The players need this. They need to take out some photos, some shots of themselves and friends and just the world of Bastion. So I think they really need to work on this, and if they do plan on putting this in, which I really hope they do, I want them to get it right, And I'm also bringing this up because I asked Christian on Twitter, but I never got a response. I'm not saying that he ignored me. I know he gets a lot of questions on a daily basis, no pun intended with his last name, but he gets a lot of questions on a daily basis. So I believe he just didn't see my question because there was such an influx in questions all over the place, So let me stop rambling and let's get into how the photo mode is supposed to be as using Need for Speed Heat as an example. Sorry for the stumbles again, but let's get into it. All right, so we're on some Need for Speed Heat now. And well, this is me going around showing you all the features. I'm not going in depth of the features, but I'm just gonna give you guys an idea of what exactly I'm talking about. So right now I'm just playing around the camera. Right now when you go into photo mode, everything is paused around you. I'm not saying that everything should be paused, but it should have an option where you want to be paused and when you don't want to be paused, you know, referring if they have to implement this in Anthem. So as you can see, I'm just playing around the camera right now, up and down, zoom in, zoom out, and boom, here it is. So you got like presets. As you can see what the preset does, you have a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but a good bit of options. You have depth of field. You guys should have an idea what depth of field is. You can basically, it blurs out the background and keeps focus on like the car or whatever, or takes focus off of the car and give a more focused vision in the background. You have lens distortion, you have focal distance, chromatic aberration. Like there's a whole, like, it's so simple yet it works. Like I love it, you know, it's simple and it's effective. All right, so what you're seeing right here, I'm just showing off what it actually does. As you can see, Anthem actually have this settings with the chromatic. There's actually settings to turn that on and off in Anthem, but that's about it, you know. So all of these things, and like note that this is on the same engine Anthem is running on, which is the Frostbite. So it's not like it's not possible, it actually is possible, you know. So as you can see, I'm just running through everything here, giving you guys an idea. As I said, I'm not going in depth of what each does. I'm just, you know, running through them, showing you the features of the photo mode in Need for Speed Heat. Right, so they can definitely implement a simple system like this in case that they don't want like a really in-depth photo mode like Warframe, which I would be showing very shortly, or like Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 has an amazing photo mode. It's really more like a spectator mode for Battlefield 5, but it's incredible. Like it's incredible what you can do on that. And like I think they need to really take notes from like the Battlefield style one and kind of like implement it. I think that'll be awesome because I mean, like, Bastion is so just amazing, you know, it's beautiful, and I think it deserves a really well built, designed photo mode. That's just me, you know, and it'll make everything easier for me, for other content creators, and of course the normal player base that are like enthusiasts of taking pictures of their javelin. I mean, like, who wouldn't want to take pictures of their javelins, you know? So let's skip across to Warframe, and I'll show you guys a little more of if they want to like get really in depth in making a really damn good photo mode. I think DE really did a damn great job in doing a capture mode, which is basically their photo mode for Warframe. I think they really did a really amazing job with it, and I do have a tutorial on it. I would put the link in the description as well, or I might put a little card on the top right corner so you guys can you know, click on it. And if you guys want to check that out, if you guys are into Warframe, you guys can see a full tutorial. I went really in depth of how to use it and all that stuff. All right, so let's go across to Warframe and let's close off this video. First, I'll start you guys off with the basic controls. All right, so you have your control panel on your right side, and basically you can tilt it by your bumpers, left bumper, right bumper, or, you know, PS4, it'll be R1 and L1. And obviously you can use the left stick, you can move around, you can, you know, look, you can hide the panel by pressing Y or triangle. When you hold the left trigger, you can slow the movement of the camera speed. So yeah, that's why the camera is moving so slow. And obviously you can ascend, you can descend. you'll see all the controls on your right hand side, so I don't really have to call it out. But yeah, and you could the sprint button is basically to move the camera faster around, as you guys can see. And yeah, that's about it. So you have your exposure first, and obviously I'm showing you guys what exactly that does. Basically, it exposes the picture quality. If you want it more bright, if you want it, you know, more dark. You have field of view. Field of view is very handy. That's how you get all those close-up shots. It's like really handy. I usually use the field of view at its max, like the closest, as you guys can see right here. I can get way up close. So I usually use that on max, you know, depending on the shot, of course. And you have scene light as well at the bottom, where, as you can see, it makes the whole room just dark. And once you have the 3 light setup on, yeah, you're just a walking light bulb right now with 3 different colors basically. And yeah, those colors are just focused on you, so it's pretty useful. It's pretty useful. So now we have slow motion. Yep, one of my favorite features. And basically the 0.1 is basically the slowest, and the fastest is like 0.5. It's still slow, but it's like the fastest of the slow. if you understand what I mean, right? So as you can see, this is 0.1 right now, and it is the slowest. I'm moving right now, and yeah, it's just as slow. Everything is slow. You shoot slow, you cast your abilities slow, you walk slow, you run slow. Everything is just in slow motion. DOF means depth of field, right? So you have the distance. As you guys can see on the screen, you will see the different effects. So you can have the distance of no blur, you can have a little bit of blur, and you can have blur like just to focus on the warframe, which you're seeing right now. And you can have the blur focus more on the background and blur your warframe. So your warframe can be blur and the background can be blur, or the warframe can be blur and the background can be clear. As you guys can see, those different effects. So you have the distance, you have the depth, and you have the exposure, which you're seeing right now. I think I went over exposure already. Visualize camera. Oh, now when you hit that, now you can come out of it and you can actually see where you place that camera. Depending on how many cameras you have in whatever order, you will see camera number 1, 2, 3, etc, etc. So that basically allows you to actually see exactly where you place the camera, so you would know if you place your camera exactly where you wanted to place it in the first place. So yeah, that's how you do it. You can add, I believe, as much cameras as possible, and you can just delete it. You can take off visualize camera. So yeah, that's how that works. So that basically wraps it up, guys. Like, those are just examples. That last Warframe one, it was from an old video I did one back when I used to play Warframe. I actually did a full tutorial on how to do cinematics in Warframe using the capture, because a lot of people tend to not really know how to use it. I would definitely link the video in description so you guys can check it out if you guys are into Warframe and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, sorry for the long video once again. It's just examples of what I would like to see in Anthem if they do ever implement a photo mode. Like, I want it to be done right, you know. Like, if they're reworking the entire game and they decide to put in a photo mode, which I am hoping they do, because I mean, Anthem is just so beautiful. It needs it. Like, I think it's mandatory for every video game to have something like a photo mode, you know. It needs it. So if you have to implement it, do it right, you know. Like, I believe in, if you got to do something, you do it right. If you can't do it right, don't do it at all. Simple, you know. So I really want them to implement this right. I'm not saying for them to, you know, copy exactly, you know, those other games have, but at least take examples from it and see if you can put the little twist into it and put a lot of features into it. And to me, I think it'll give the game a bit more exposure, you know. And I just want the best for Anthem. That's just me. I'm a fan. I love the game. I'm rooting for them. I'm hoping they, you know, they get things done, you know. And yeah, I know Christian Daly is he's not a part of the Anthem team again, you know. There's another guy, I forgot the guy's name, but yeah, he's not a part of the team again. He went across to, I think, to do Dragon Age, I think, I'm not sure, but I know bioware moved him, so he's not the lead again for Anthem, sadly. You know, he's such a great guy, but hopefully this new guy can do something really good and provide us with, you know, information and communicate with the player base as how Christian was doing it. So enough of me rambling. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This video is definitely kind of late, not kind of late, but like 3 months late, because I was supposed to make this video like 3 months ago, but you know, life stuff happens and I just couldn't really make any videos for a little bit. So yeah, so I know things are kind of old and things are kind of present. So hope you guys have a blessed day, happy holidays, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.